Welcome along to Media Day here for Top Tiers, the Statement 2, which is taking place on the 7th of December from the Brentwood Centre in Essex. I'm now joined by a fighter who is fighting on that show, TUMI PHILLIPS, and this is going to be your second pro outing. Last time out, pro debut. It was a fantastic performance. You dropped your opponent, but you were very, very harsh on yourself. Now you've had a bit of time. How do you reflect back on that performance?
Truthfully, the same. If I'm going to be honest with you, listen, I've come into boxing with huge aspirations, and for me personally and my coach, based off that performance, I'm not going to go to where I want to be. So it's nice that everyone believes it was critical. I come out and other people's coaches and the media were all saying, mate, why are you so hard on yourself? It was a good performance. And in hindsight, I had Johnny message me about who he's faced afterwards, and the proof's in the pudding. It wasn't that bad after all.
It definitely wasn't. It was a great performance, and for your pro debut. Have you changed anything going into this fight compared to that first one?
Yeah, there was a little bit of mistakes I made in terms of letting him hold, just little tricks of the trade that you don't learn until you've had a few pro fights. So we've made those adjustments, and they'll be on display for the next fight.
Because this next fight is a tough Mexican opponent. We always know what the Mexicans can do. Are you preparing yourself for a tougher fight?
Yeah, 100%. It was a opponent my manager put forward to me, and it's the step in the right direction. I want every fight to be something I can learn from. I'm not too interested in guys with near 100 losses, and I'm just meant to, punch them up, basically. I want to learn and keep progressing so that, when I get to them title fights, there's no doubt in my mind that I've done the correct groundwork. So, yeah.
What was it like making your pro debut on a top tier show and also live on DAZN?
Yeah, it was crazy, man. The whole experience, it was like a dream. And to be honest, in there, I was still kind of dreaming. And I felt like that's why I was just looking for that one shot to lay him out. But yeah, it was a whirlwind. I'm so grateful for Johnny, for giving me that opportunity. And I'm back here again. He's going to have a special place in my heart, looking back on my career, giving me 2 fights, to display my skills on the zone. So can't get better than that.
What are you looking to showcase on the 7th of December? You say you wanted to up the opponent and sort of showcase your skills, but anything in particular? Are you wanting that stoppage? What is it you're looking for?
Truthfully, I'm just looking for a performance I can be pleased with, and my coach will be pleased with. After the last performance, I thought I was going to get a slap round the ear. But now, to be fair, that's the main thing, just to keep showing improvements and, that I'm going to go where I believe I will go. So that's the main thing for me.
Well, a busy end to this year, but what does the next 12 months look like for you?
That's a discussion I'm yet to have with my management and coach, but I would assume a couple more 6-rounders, and towards the end of the year go into 8s, and then we push on the year following for some titles, yeah. So not messing around.
And after you fight on fight night, do you stick around and watch the fights? How do you sort of regroup after a fight?
The first thing I do is I go around and see the people that come to support me. That's something I'll always do. They've come out, some people travelling, miles and miles. The least I can do is go and see them and thank them for coming over. So that's really what I like to do. Obviously a debrief with who was around, how did they find the fight, how did they think I performed. But afterwards, we went down to a bowling alley with my friends. We had a little wager. Of course, I had to win that again. So it was a good night for me.
So deep into camp now, how is that going?
Yeah, great. I'm ready to go now, to be honest with you. I'm itching. Like, at points like this, you're just like, just count back the weeks. But Friday, I had a really tough session, and I can't be asked for any more. So I'm ready to go now. Yeah.
Well, we've still got about 4 weeks to go, so keep it going. But it's great to have you back on the show. And don't miss it. It is the 7th of December live on DAZN.